Team 경기장 도시형.
All right, guys, here we go. Up in the top left part of Antigua Shipyard is our pink Zerg player from the team Alternate Attack, about to possibly close things out for his team. It is Alternate Attack Delphi. And, all right, down at the bottom right part of the map in the red from the team Acer, it is Paranoid.
I was hoping it wasn't going to be Clan Wars, that it was going to stay with Can Wars.
Can Wars?
Yes, Can Wars are awesome. Clan Wars, debatable.
Right.
But here we go. Cross positions on Antigua Shipyard, as we mentioned before.
Serious business.
Serious busyness.
Business.
Zinius. I like it.
All
I
right.
get so distracted by player chat.
I know. Yeah,
sometimes
we
it's
have to make a
hysterical.
rule about that. Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, ZVZ. Early on, we saw Delphi do a hatch first. We'll have to see if he decides to do something like that again. Going for the extractor tick right now, just to pump out an extra drone before he makes that Overlord.
Yeah.
No, actually, he didn't. He did the extractor trick after he made the Overlord. Interesting.
And it was a, and it was just a normal 9 Overlord for Paranoid.
It's kinda odd.
There you go.
All right.
All right, so we're going to see what these players end up developing into here. This is a pretty long walk distance, so frequently on this map in ZVZ, you have a lot of just overwhelming roach and fester wars, that kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
All right.
Roach wars. Kind of thing that normally happens in sewers, happens in StarCraft 2 fairly frequently.
15 pool, 14 extractor coming out now for Paranoid. It looks like we're going to have an expand build for Delphi as hatch first on 15.
Yeah, no, the 15 pool, 14 gas, or 15 gas, 14 pool rather, more often than not leads into a Speedling Baneling all-in my experience here. You could still decide to do something like a Speedling expand for it, but we'll see. Delphi did a good job of holding off the early one-base aggression last game, so I have to see if he can do it again this time.
Certainly a possibility now, as we do have, let's see here, nothing else has come up for Delphi quite yet. It was actually 15 hatch, 16 pool.
Wow,
so
playing it really greedy this time around.
Definitely, but of course, if he pulls this off for a little while, he's going to have a great economic basis to start this game.
Yeah, and you see things like this happening in the Team League fairly frequently. Oh, is he going to lose his drone, though? That's going to be close. Barely gets it away.
Automaton watching over everyone.
The
superior critter choice.
Pathetically dragging
StarCraft
its bulk
2.
across the base.
Look at that. Just this a manly vision right there.
I'm going to vomit. It's so pathetic.
Ugh. Anyway, so let's see here. Overlords high-fiving each other in the middle of the map. And what version? Looks like they did the IPL version. There are gold minerals.
Yep. And, yeah, so, and, you know, Delphi's at the point where he can play a little bit greedy. We see this a lot in team leagues where the players are like, all right, we're so far ahead, you know, I can play a little bit greedy, see if I can get a big win, and even if I can't, it's not a huge deal. We've still got plenty of people on our team left that can come back and do this. And, yeah, it will be a Speedling expand, actually, from Paranoid. Yep.
And let's see here, as Second Queen's going to be started in just a bit. You know, actually, this is the same build that Delphi did in the first CBC he played, because as a matter of fact, he waited on that Second Queen for a really long time. This time was a little bit quicker, but still, same general idea. You don't put out both queens at exactly the same time after an expand build.
Yep, that's right. So Delphi now chasing some Zerglings across the map. Paranoid having to make a bit of a retreat, but of course, by the time Delphi gets to the base, there should be more defenses here. Although some more drones coming out for Paranoid. I see Paranoid. I want to attach Android to it. I can't help it. I like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I like Radiohead.
Yeah,
a lot of Paranoid Android.
That's true. That's true, as a matter of fact. So I have a devout Radiohead fan. That's what I meant to say in English that time. Radiohead fan listening right now, so I can't slam Radiohead too much. I actually quite like Radiohead. Quite like Radiohead. I just feel the need to troll my friend Tim. So,
all right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Baneling nest going up for both players right now. Not too surprising for the one that went hatch first. Not too surprising for the one that went Speedling expand either. Yeah. Generally, Banelings are pretty good in this matchup. And look at that nice surround by Paranoid, taking out all the Zerglings, and he's going to go ahead and go for it. Try to do a little bit more damage. And yeah, it looks like the eggs are going to hatch just in time for Delphi. Is going to be able to push that back.
Did we have a Baneling nest come up? Yes, for Paranoid as well. So both players have that finished, and Banelings are going to start now. I would imagine momentarily for Delphi. There they are. Nothing of the sort has come up for Paranoid. There we go. But they're way back and buried, gathering a little bit of solar energy.
That's right. Yep, just getting a bit of a tan, you know.
I suppose so.
Yep.
All right. And he's got to make sure not to, because two Banelings will kill a small, tightly grouped group of Banelings themselves, but Delphi doing a nice job making sure that those are all spread out at the moment.
Yeah, Delphi actually just moved commanding his Banelings across the map, probably just right over to his opponent's mineral line. That's kind of what you want to do. Oh boy, there's Baneling sneaking in the back though. Is he going to find it? Looks like the Baneling's taking some more damage. The Queen will easily pick those off.
Nice job.
Nice defense by Delphi, adding on that Roach Warren as well.
And
let's see how much damage he can do here. Oh, Zergling's running into the base. Nice job. Going to be doing some scouting there. Get some more information.
Yeah, I see just how many Banelings are up. Of course, these Banelings are going to run underneath the Overlord, though. And, forcing a couple of wasted Banelings there from Paranoid. A nice little win for Delphi, but a bigger win right there. Kills 4 or 5 drones. Injures quite a few more, so 4 drones it looks like.
Not a huge amount of damage to our red Zerg player, but, you know, every little bit counts in a mirror matchup, especially one like ZVZ. And Paranoid is going to go ahead and re-attack or counter-attack, with a good group of Zerglings himself. He needs to be careful about those Banelings, though.
Yes, he does. As a matter of fact, still pretty good there. Got 4 Zerglings, but that could have been devastating like that one. No, another 4 Zerglings. Yeah, that was almost game-ending.
Yeah, but Delphi right there with a lot of Zerglings staying safe, and he's producing a good amount of Roaches too as well. Now Paranoid, on the other hand, going for the lair and another hatchery, third hatchery, very aggressive, expanding from our red Zerg player. That may come back to haunt him because it looks like Delphi's kind of gearing up for a bit of a bigger push here, unless he decides to just kind of play defensive and get some upgrades. But I think he's going to be moving across the map pretty soon.
And let's see here. There's a few more Banelings that are morphing in for Paranoid because he's going to need that to stay safe. But once these Roaches catch up, it's a completely different story altogether. Where are our first Roaches? All back at home. Yep,
that's right. They're just kind of chilling out.
Yeah,
making sure things stay safe. Look at the supply advantage right now for Delphi.
Yeah.
Wow, very nice.
Pretty high there, and his opponent is investing in a ton of technology right now and economy, and this attack will be devastating. I mean, it's going to require Paranoid to have perfect control and immediately produce a few units to remain safe.
Yeah, I mean, Paranoid's going to see this coming a mile away, so he's going to have time to, you know, throw down a couple spines. They're not going to finish, but at least he can kind of try. Yeah, there they are. At least he can kind of try to hold things off while he defends, but this is going to be pretty tough to hold off, I think.
And here come a few Zerglings now
running
back into Delphi's base. They are going to catch a Queen out there, and then, well, actually, wow, pretty well traded against some Zerglings there.
Yeah, not too bad. Here comes the big attack. And we'll have to see if he decides to use those Banelings to try to soften up the Spine Crawlers or something like that, possibly. But here come the Roaches going after the Spine Crawler. Looks like the other ones are not going to finish in time. Oh, those Banelings. So many Banelings for our red Zerg player.
Yeah. Oh, but they're actually getting cleared up by Delphi pretty well. Still a pretty big supply advantage. The Spine Crawlers did finish. He's going to need those Banelings.
What's the help of those Roaches
eventually,
right now?
Let's take a look. Pretty good, actually.
Yeah, a lot of them damaged, but it's just going to be too much DPS coming in here. I think our red Zerg player, you know, I said it before, I think he's in huge trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, did everything he could to defend against this nice round with the Zerglings. Oh, and he's actually going to be able to soften these up, potentially with the Banelings as well.
But the Banelings roll in for Delphi, and they actually do quite a bit of economic damage. Now 19 workers killed and increasing at the moment. These Roaches proving to be so resilient.
Yeah, more Zerglings coming in to reinforce for our pink Zerg player from alternate attack. And is Paranoid going to be able to hold this off? It's going to be close. He's lost a lot of drones.
28 to 35 workers now. He's on 3 bases, but not able to realize the production from any of that.
Yeah, I mean, he does hold off the push from Delphi, but he's taken a ton of damage here. I mean, if we look at the unit count right now, let's take a look at that. 33 drones to just 27 for Paranoid. Also, only 1 Queen for Paranoid, too. That's kind of a big deal as well. That third hatch not helping him out a whole lot.
No, not really at all, and it looks like that is just going to get killed. However, we do have a counterattack with Paranoid's Zerglings, and it's actually going to catch a Roach out in the open. But it looks like there's enough here for Paranoid. He should be able to hold on to that.
Yep, that hatchery is definitely going to go down. Nothing he can do about that. Looks like he may just abandon it. I mean, it's not really coming in handy. Oh, my gosh.
That was actually really, really good there for Paranoid.
Jeez.
He softens up quite a few of the Banelings as well.
Yeah. Wow. That's
saves the hatch.
It's like the Zergling is in the pack. It's like, let's kill these Banelings, man. They're all like, yeah. I don't think that was a good idea.
It was sweet mob mentality, though. I like it.
Guess so. It's the heat of the moment.
Paranoid cutting off reinforcements so well right now. Gotta watch out, those two banelings.
Oh, nice trade for Paranoid.
Wow, okay, so all of a sudden, this is a game. I mean, I thought Delphi had the potential to just outright win a second ago, but this is definitely getting a lot closer at the moment.
Still doing pretty well. Look at that, a round of drones for Paranoid. It's going to help him catch up in worker count. And yeah, I thought the game was going to get pretty close to over, but our Red Zerg players kind of pull things back a little bit. He's going to lose this fight, but he's not doing too bad, really.
No, breathing a little bit of life possibly into Acer. Of course, he not only needs to win this game, but then another 3 in a row afterwards.
That's going to be the tough part, but we'll have to see what happens here. Roach is now being produced again for Delphi. He's going to get those upgrades as well. Roach speed on the way for both players. Has Paranoid gotten his +1 missile quite yet?
I do not believe so.
Yeah, I don't think he has.
No,
no, not quite yet. So Delphi will actually be a little bit ahead in that regard as well. The mineral count just so low right now.
Yeah.
Right, I guess he just... All right.
Cool. All right. Traded 4 Baneling or 4 Zerglings for 4 Zerglings, basically.
Both players being very liberal with their Zerglings in this game.
Yeah, and it looks like we have a little bit of a pause on our hands now as both players are just constructing off a 2 base furiously. Paranoid trying to go to a 3rd once again, but he gets down by over 30 supply.
Yeah, well, Delphi has the numbers in the economy to make kind of a near unstoppable +1 Roach push here, and I think that's what we're going to see. We'll have to wait. It'll time out really nicely with the Roach speed upgrades. He's still making Roaches. Yeah, he's probably going to start moving out about now. And it's going to be really tough for Paranoid to hold off.
Well, we'll find out what's going to happen. What does the Roach count at? We have 30 to 11.
Yeah.
And +1 attacks is going to finish up here in about 45 seconds.
Yep. Burrow getting researched by Paranoid. I don't know if that's going to help a whole lot.
Well, we'll find out. A couple of Banelings running in front as well. Go, Banelings, go! And let's see here. What is up for Paranoid? He does have a good position at the top of the ramp. He's got a Spine Crawler coming in as well. But Delphi has got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no kidding. This hatchery is going to go down really, really quickly. Goodbye, hatchery. It's been nice knowing you.
4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Missile attack's done.
Yep, and speed as well for Delphi, so this is going to be the time to push. There's a nice concave for Paranoid, so he's going to need to engage fairly carefully.
And unfortunately, all those Zerglings just sacrifice themselves to the cause.
Is he going to do it?
Here come the Banelings rolling up at the front. That's a pretty telltale sign that an attack is coming, and here it goes. Like I said, a great concave for Paranoid, but he gets down on missile attacks and now doesn't have anything except for this handful of Roaches. What do we have? We have 25 to 13, now 14 Roaches and falling.
Yeah, having a concave is really nice in a fight, but when you're behind on upgrades and more importantly behind on numbers in a significant way, it's just not going to be enough. Now the concave favoring Delphi. GG, that is it. An alternate attack. Delphi coming out of nowhere and just annihilating Acer.